That much f you money can earn Joe Rogan a free house in Texas. Welcome back, everybody. Such a pleasure to be back. My name is Alex Beltran, and I talk about real estate tricks, tips, and topics. So, if you want the latest on everything real estate related, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, flick that little bell, because that tricks the YouTube algorithm into showing my video to more people. So, I don't know if you stumbled onto the news about Joe Rogan giving his podcast licensing rights to Spotify. It's pretty hard to miss if you've been anywhere near the internet. Now, according to the papers, it's a $100 million deal, but I personally don't believe it. According to my bachelor's in Shark Tank University and my master's from Futurama University, go F you! Generally speaking, I know that businesses sell for double or triple what they're currently worth. Now, Joe Rogan doesn't go around flashing his bank account like other YouTubers. Well, technically, I guess not a YouTuber anymore. He's a Spotifyer, a podstafier. I'm trying to coin a new phrase here, okay? I remember reading an article speculating that Joe Rogan's podcast probably averages about $30 million a year. From what I was able to find, it seems that he signed a 3-year licensing deal with Spotify. In 3 years, without growth, theoretically, Joe Rogan's podcast can make $90 million. So a $100 million deal with Spotify is really not worth his time because theoretically, he can make that money without Spotify. I'm pretty sure my bro science math is correct. I personally believe it's probably closer to $200 to $250 million contract, not including management fees and lawyer fees. But for the sake of this video, let's just speculate that it's a cool 200 mil. After Joe Rogan announced that he was moving over to Spotify, Spotify made $5 billion in 48 hours after the announcement. I am clearly in the wrong business. I can't even count that high, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring those numbers back down to my level of income. And I don't mean to brag, but I'm a very successful 100-aire. That's the equivalent of Spotify giving Joe Rogan $200 and then Spotify making $5,000 2 days later. And that's not including what Spotify is gonna make during those 3 years. Talk about stealing money out of a casino. I don't even think that there's a bet in Vegas that can top those numbers. I now understand why Joe Rogan was talking about moving out of California and possibly moving into Texas. For the same reason I moved out of California. Taxes. For those of you that don't know, I'm a real estate agent that's licensed in both California and Nebraska. I decided to leave California because even though I had the money to start investing in real estate in California, accounting for taxes, that was too big of a gamble for me, and I don't want to risk it. Now, Nebraska taxes aren't necessarily the best, but the cost of living and real estate prices are pretty low, so to me, it's worth it. Not to mention that the most important person in the world to me is here as well. My mom. Hi mom, your boy's got a tattoo! While the masses are speculating how this is Joe's war on censorship, I read those exact same articles and my caveman business brain kicks in. How much are you gonna pay in taxes? So I googled how much you would have to pay in income taxes, and no one has made a video on it yet, so here I am, making a video on it. You're welcome. Now I'm just a real estate agent on YouTube, not an accountant, so I'm just going off of calculations that are readily available online. Now I'm sure that there's gonna be a real CPA barking at his cell phone and hopefully leaving some type of nasty comment in the comment section, calling me an idiot. I'm waiting for your comments down below, because I'm sure that there are some tax deductions that I'm completely overlooking. So if we take that 200 mil and tax it, now I'm not gonna explain the difference between marginal and effective tax rates. I'm not a tax professional, so I'm just gonna go with the marginal tax rate. So if Joe stays in California, he's gonna have to pay 37% to the federal income tax, 2.35% to FICA, which I think stands for taxation without representation, and 13.3% goes to the good old state of California. Just gotta calculate all those numbers, and that amounts to 52.6% before deductions. That's $105,300,000 in taxes. If Joe moves to Texas, he pays 37% to the federal government, 2.35% to FICA or FICA. For those of you that don't know, FICA in Swedish means coffee break, and 0 in state income taxes, equaling to 39.35. 39.35 on $200 million is $78,700,000 in taxes. Still a lot, but that's $26 million less than California state income taxes. By moving to Texas, Joe, in theory, can purchase a $26 million property for free just on the tax savings alone. This is what $26 million gets you in California. a dark photo on a 3-bedroom, 5-bath, 4,000 square foot oceanfront property in Malibu. $26 million in Texas buys you nothing. There's currently nothing for sale in Texas for $26 million as of the time of this recording. However, if Joe wants to add an additional $3 million, bringing up to a grand total of $29 million, then he can settle for this 8-bedroom, 6-bath, 26,000 square foot palace? That thing's huge. That is Tony Montana status. I mean, it's a gorgeous house, but wow. Or he can buy 26 $1 million properties in Texas, and $1 million properties in Texas are way more ballin' than anything for sale for $26 million in California. Now, property tax in California is 0.755%, if I remember correctly, while in Texas it's 1.83%. I'm sure that property taxes are the least of his worries. Now, with that much money, Joe has basically created generational wealth. That's not including his other business ventures, his stand-up comedy, and whatever the UFC pays him. So his tax bill is just gonna be way higher than that before deductions. So he could choose to stay in California and realistically not care about how much he's being taxed. And isn't that the definition of fuck you money? Where even though it doesn't make financial sense to do something, you do it anyway? If you're a regular listener to the Joe Rogan podcast, then you know that he never reads comments. So I'm pretty sure he never watches videos about himself either. But in the off chance that this video gets brought to his attention, then congratulations, Joe Rogan. This deal didn't manifest out of nowhere. You earned it. So just keep doing you, boo-boo. So question of the day, what are your big reasons for moving out of California? Or what keeps you in California? Go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, if you found this video informative or entertaining, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing in real estate, go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. If you want to watch some more of my videos, I'm going to go ahead and link them here and here. Other than that, catch you guys on the next one. Reese's Pieces.